Well, one of the best things about the winter leaving us and summer on its way is we get to spend a little bit more time outdoors. And who doesn't get excited about patio season? I know I do. We're here at the deck store. Now, Simon, how popular has having a nice deck and having a nice patio and kind of expanding that living space become?
It's become a really big thing in the market. With our beautiful Alberta summers, everybody likes to be outside, likes to eat dinner outside. So it's really grown a lot in the last 5 years.
And really, with pop culture, you see on HGTV and on those specialty networks, there's a lot of shows strictly about building decks and building patios and doing all that kind of stuff. So you guys have a lot of knowledge about that here at the deck store. And it's really kind of the industry has gone from just a plain old wood deck to so many other alternatives.
That's right. Yeah, there used to just be the treated wood and cedar and hardwoods, and now there's composite products, plastic products. Now you can get guarantees that the products aren't going to stain or fade, no slivers. That's come a long ways over the last 10 years.
Okay, so how popular is this? So when we say composite, we mean this kind of stuff, the stuff that isn't wood or cedar.
That's correct. So, like for instance, this product right here comes with a 25-year warranty that the product isn't going to warp, twist, split.
I don't have to paint it every summer, stain it, or sand it, nothing like that.
Nothing like that. No painting, staining, no slivers. Just hose it off, enjoy it.
No maintenance.
No maintenance.
That's my kind of deck. Can you shovel this kind of stuff in the winter?
Yeah, of course. You just want to use a plastic snow shovel.
Okay. That's it. Perfect. Now, when we talk about some of the other options, there really is everything from railings to pergolas to lights in your deck.
That's right. There's lots of accessories, and everything can be maintenance free. Or, of course, you can have the traditional wood products as well.
Okay, so where do we get started? If someone knows they want either a deck for the first time, they didn't have one on their house, or they want to redo their deck, their other one's fallen apart and is dangerous to everyone, what's the best? What do they need to do first? What are their first steps?
The first thing you want to think about is what you want to do outside. So do you want to eat dinner outside? Do you want to entertain? Do you want to have a barbecue? So you want to think about size of space, because obviously you want everybody to be comfortable outside and not have to close in their chairs to let someone go by, etc.
Okay.
So we want to think about the size of the space,
Okay.
and then of course the materials. If you have kids, you may not want wood for slivers, things like that.
If you're lazy and you don't want to paint it every year. Okay, I
That's
got
right,
it.
that's right.
Okay.
So that would kind of be the first step, and then of course shape, design, and then you get into kind of products. The first thing we want to start is coming up with a design as to what size, shape, kind of how much of the yard space we want to use, and transition into lower patios or whatever the case may be. And then we can get into the products and the railings and privacy screens if you want to have some privacy or wind blockage, all the different options.
All the different options. And when it comes, you probably don't want to just, when there, I see signs in the lawn sometimes saying, we'll build a deck. You maybe want someone with a little bit of a reputation for doing a good job. How do people find that?
That's right. I mean, when you're buying a deck, it's not hundreds of dollars, it's generally thousands of dollars.
Right.
So we used to be a deck builder, so we have all the back end knowledge of the codes and the spans and how things work and what the city wants for structure and footings. So what we offer is, if you want to do it yourself, we can guide you through it and show you how to use it. If you're cool with power tools, then we can kind of explain where things go and how to do things. If you want to have someone build it for you, what we offer here at the deck store is we offer a contractor referral program.
Okay.
So you can come down, we can help you with the design, we can help you with the products, you can get all the different materials that you want, and then we can put you in touch with several local deck builders that specialize in what they do. They'll come over to your house, take a look at the products that you've got, and then they'll work with you on coming up with a price to install, and then you're confident that you're getting recommended a good local deck builder.
Awesome. That's what you like to hear. So I guess what I'm hearing is do your homework is the number one step. We're going to talk to Simon a little bit more later in the show about the specific bells and whistles and how great you can make a deck that's already existing look, or how you can build a brand new one from scratch. So stay with us. We're back with Margot Calgary right after this. Well, we're here at the deck store and we're hanging out with Simon. Now, Simon, we've talked a little bit about doing your research and making sure you have someone reputable building your deck and supplying you with the supplies. When it comes to the look and the design of our deck, where do we begin?
Come on down with your measurements. So what we require is basically that people have the measurements along their house, and then kind of a general area of space that they want to use.
Okay.
Obviously, everybody's different, whether you want a 200 square foot deck or you want a 2,500 square foot deck. Everybody's got different priorities and
Right.
different sizes of house. So we just need those basic measurements on how big, and then we can kind of tailor it to your needs.
Okay.
You know, if you want angles or you want square or you want different shapes or patterns in the floor, you know, there's all the different options available.
Who would have ever thought you could get patterns in your patio floor, but you absolutely can, as well as railings and lights. Are those things that they really add a little bit of pizzazz and I guess just beauty to the look of the deck?
They really do. You know, you can do different things with the lights in the railing or lights in the floor. You know, that really jazz up your deck and kind of give it something special, more of a wow factor when you have your, you know, your guests over and they come out and they go, wow, this is really an outdoor living space.
Wow, your house is crappy, but your deck is amazing. That's probably what they'd say. Okay, now when we talk about the different kinds of composite, walk us through kind of the differences. And is there a huge difference in prices? Is it just like anything else?
There is some differences in prices. They all are pretty similar,
Okay.
but there is lots of options for everybody with, you know, lesser budgets than people with more budgets.
Okay.
There's basically three different types of boards in the industry. There's composite boards, which are made up from basically ground up sawdust and ground up plastic to produce those boards.
Okay.
The only negative with a composite board is that it's going to fade about 7 to 10% in the first 3 months of sun exposure,
Okay.
and it's porous. So if you spill something on it and don't clean it up right away, it will leave a stain. They're not permanent, you can take it out, but there is a little bit of maintenance with a composite product.
So red wine would be maybe you'd have to be careful with
You want to
it.
be careful, maybe not have too many glasses of red wine.
So that one's out. The first one is out. Okay.
The next level up is what we call a wrapped composite. So the core of the board is made out of that same composite material. It's just the exterior is wrapped in a very high grade plastic. So now you get an additional warranty that this board isn't going to stain or fade.
Nice.
So now that red wine isn't a problem.
Yay. Okay.
The highest level is no wood fiber. So there's no organic material, it's just plastic. So it's 100% plastic throughout the entire product. They call that kind of the best of the best. It's a little bit cooler on your feet, doesn't retain the heat. You know, we definitely recommend this to someone if they have a south or southwest exposure.
Okay. And no real budget to speak of, maybe.
That's right.
Okay. Now, what about these patio stones?
This is a new thing. It's been around for about 10 years now. It's new to Canada, just 2 seasons now into Canada. We've had very good success with them. There's different options. So if you have a patio or driveway or walkway, you can put them down. If you have an existing deck, you can put them on top of your treated wood if you don't want to stain or paint anymore.
Okay.
They act like the maintenance-free decking. So they're made out of recycled heavy-duty truck tires. So they're all made out of rubber. And they all go into this grid system. So a traditional landscape paver, you know, pavers just go down individually on the ground, you know, and it takes a lot of time to install them.
Yeah.
With the grid, it kind of eases that installation. So for the do-it-yourselfer, it's a lot easier than installing concrete pavers. You don't need concrete saws. You can use your just regular jigsaw or your regular chop saw. And with them going into the grid, it makes it real easy on the do-it-yourselfer.
It looks like a puzzle. I think I could even do this one, Simon.
That's right. And at the end of the day, if you don't like your pattern, you can take it up and do it again.
Why are you saying that they wouldn't like it if I did it? That's what you're insinuating there. I'm not sure I feel about that. We're having a great time down here at the deck store. We're getting all kinds of great ideas. Do come and see them if you're interested in finding out more about decks. Very helpful folks down here. We are going to be back with more Go Calgary right after the break.